So the game starts when white-haired Maul takes up a can trick posted by Anakin Skywalker, who's still a crybaby and not Jedi Master. So Maul goes to his hideout on Naboo. There some clones make fun of his white hair, so he kicks their asses. Then he goes to meet Anakin, and he rants about how much he freaking hates the Council, and breaks a sculpture to prove his point.
The negotiations were short.
Anakin tells Maul that there's an Ogdo Bogdo that needs slain, and the pay is high, so Maul quickly gets to work.
It's settled then.
But then Ahsoka Tano shows up and she gives him another job. One of her comrades was killed by someone, and Maul needs to figure out who that is and kill it. Maul eventually figures out it was this guy Pre Vizsla, an ex-Mandalorian warrior turned terrorist organization leader called the Death Watch. So yeah, Maul kills him.
What you do to them? Scald them with hot irons, pick out their eyes, skin them alive.
They're dead. Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women and the children too.
So white-haired Maul goes to slay the Ogdo Bogdo, but instead he finds Rey Nobody. And she's a doctor now for some reason. So after hearing she's a nobody for the 69th time, Maul and Rey split up and Maul goes to face the Ogdo Bogdo alone. But then after a tremendous battle with the creature, Maul manages to slay it.
Victory!
But the creature turned out to be a Gungan prince,
A surprise, to be sure.
who just got killed by Maul in cold blood.
Oh, not good.
So the Gungans capture him and bring him to trial, led by Jedi Master Yoda.
Crush your balls, I will.
On their way, Palpatine shows up mysteriously and offers to break him out in exchange of a bargain. So Maul accepts the offer. And then...
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yes.
I thought not.
Disturbing is this move by Chancellor Palpatine.
So white-haired Maul wakes up just as the Gungans are dragging his body through the wreckage. So Maul gets up, kicks Gungan ass, and enter Master Yoda.
Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into...
Instead of chatting, why not a quick game of Gwent?
Not if anything to say about it. I have!
Funniest shit I've ever seen. Pickle Rick.
Another happy landing.
So Maul goes to confront Anakin, but Anakin orders to execute R4.
Careful what you're saying about R4, because you can get bopped on the head real quick.
But the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some may consider unnatural. Or as it turns out, one of them is having your invincibility cheat code on. But it has its side effects. Anakin's heart is full of sand now, and he has become the very thing he once swore to destroy.
You were the chosen one!
Immediately after, Palpatine shows up and reminds him of their pact. In order to finish Anakin's journey to the dark side, Palpatine must yet fulfill 3 wishes for him. And Palpatine uses Maul as a pawn in this game. So Anakin's first wish is to get him Dathomir, the planet of the Dathomirians, and home to Cal Kestis' double-bladed lightsaber. So he goes to meet Savage Opress in a Dathomirian auction house. After buying every single item from the auction, Maul meets Opress and asks him to give him Dathomir.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
So he gets kicked out.
Your swords, Master. Law says we're to return them. Law don't say when, though. So we'll do it, aye. Just after we beat the singing shite out of the honourable gentleman.
Law says if you see someone hurt, you should summon a medic. Law doesn't say how fast, though, so you can sit tight a while.
Too many thoughts in my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing.
Then out of nowhere, Darth Maul appears and proposes a heist. Wait a second, how come you're Darth Maul? I'm Whitehead Maul. You think maybe the content creator couldn't find any more popular brothers in the Star Wars universe, so he decided to add a character who already exists in the story? No, it's the ship of Theseus. What? The ship of Theseus, man, I don't know what to tell you. Understandable. Have a great day. So in order to do the heist, Maul recruits Bill Burr and this girl. What was her name again? So they plan to go to the Dathomirian vault and steal some Dathomirian papers. But their plan goes horribly wrong when Savage and his goons appear to lay an ambush for them at the vault. Then it is revealed that Savage Opress is Darth Maul's brother, and white-haired Maul is forced to choose between the two former brothers. So he sides with Savage, as this will prevent further bloodshed. But Darth Maul won't go down without a fight. So this decision of white-haired Maul immediately backfires when Savage kills Darth Maul anyway and refuses to give him Dathomir. This angers Maul the White, so he just slaughters everyone, including Bill Burr. Maul the White, there's too many of them. What are we going to do? Not the chick with the penis hairs though, she escapes. So Maul the White takes a replica of the planet Dathomir and gives it to Anakin.
What kind of nonsense is this? It's never been done in the history of the Jedi. It's insulting.
You ever play Gwent?
This is where the fun begins. What? How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
So Anakin's second wish is to show Force Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi the time of his life, which means inspecting the sea otters, or better yet, going to a wedding with Rey Nobody, by letting him possess Maul the White for one day.
Kenobi!
Hello there. Your move.
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
Did I miss something? I must know the truth, Master.
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
So uncivilized. I'm so sorry. I have seen a security hologram of him killing younglings.
That is between me and her. You needn't butt in.
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I'm...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
So even after death, Obi-Wan is having all new adventures like rescuing the fire breather from an Ewok, space shoe rescue, flirting Rey, playing cards and losing, flirting Rey some more, chasing some sea otters, dancing, romantic dancing, and giving a speech.
It's over!
Geralt, there's no need.
I have the high ground!
At the exact stroke of midnight, Palpatine shows up and makes Obi-Wan listen to the distress signal from A New Hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan, help me, Obi-Wan, help me, Obi-Wan, help me, Obi-Wan.
So with Obi-Wan out of the way, Palpatine tells them to seize the night.
Do it.
So yeah, they bang. Despite there being no romantic chemistry whatsoever, everybody's treating them like one big couple. So Anakin's last wish is to bring him the rose he gave to Padme. So Maul journeys to Anakin's spooky mansion on Coruscant. There he finds out that the mansion is protected by Darth Jar Jar.
Missa called Jar Jar Binks. Missa your humble servant.
So Maul meets Luke and Leia and they take him to see Padme. But she dead.
How did she die? Don't see any wounds, evidence of a fight.
Her heart burst.
Meaning what? A heart attack?
No, it simply burst.
One day Iris locked the front door, lay down here and died. From grief, from loneliness.
Yep, she's totally dead. After burying Padme's body, Maul uses the Force to see her memories. Maul learns that Anakin signed the pact with Palpatine because he didn't want any younglings. So Palpatine granted his wish, but rendered him emotionless, took away his brother Obi-Wan and made him like sand.
You've changed.
Anakin and Padme grew unhappy together. Anakin tried to end the pact, renounce his wishes, but to no avail. One day Padme's father Mace Windu from the council came.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What? How can you do this?
Anakin's heart was finally full of sand, and he left Padme one day. Anyway, Maul faces off against Padme's greatest fear, the Youngling Slayer 2000.
This is where the fun begins.
After defeating the creature, Maul persuades Padme to give him the rose he came here for, and thus she departs in peace. So Luke and Leia thank him for his kind services and warn him. Maul, listen to us now. It's Rey Palpatine. She's the key. You were right about the Emperor. You've always been right about the Emperor.
I think Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord?
Before departing at the wedding, Maul told Rey to gather some info about Anakin. So Maul learns that Anakin went to meet Professor Count Dooku many times. So he goes to Dooku's house and he tells him that Palpatine is a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could not be killed by any conventional means. He can only be defeated at his own game, a duel of wits.
Your arrogance blind. You survived.
So Palpatine arranges Maul and Anakin to meet in a specific location by stopping time and killing a guy with a spoon. So Palpatine, Maul and Anakin regroup, and Palpatine reveals that the pact is now fulfilled and Anakin's journey to the dark side is now complete. So by tradition, Anakin's spirit is now his to conquer.
Wait.
No,
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
It's treason, then.
So Palpatine gave Maul a riddle to solve in exchange for his spirit and Anakin's.
For my grandchild to come home. I never wanted you dead. I wanted you here, Empress Palpatine. You will take the throne.
It is your birthright to rule here. It is in your blood, our blood. Kill me, and my spirit will pass into you, as all the Sith live in me.
What was that supposed to be?
But Maul already read the theory ahead of the film's release, so he figures out it was Rey Nobody all along.
Gotcha.
No, you will die!
I have the power to save the one you love. Don't kill me. Help me. Help me.
Be gone. You've lost.
At the crack of dawn, a new hopeful sun emerges as evil is vanquished and Anakin is freed. He has a heart again, but all it feels is pain, grief, and a hatred for sand. He cannot live as he did before, so he gives his lightsaber to him, a small payment for his life debt to Maul. Anakin looks forward to his new life, and Maul looks towards the horizon, ready for a new adventure.